Alright, I guess we're activated here. Beautiful June day. Beautiful June weather. Just leaving my friend's place and continuing my walkabout. So, I guess my list of reasons pretty much boils down to the fact that I have other priorities. I am a family man after all. It's the summer, and I don't really like walking in the rain to attend meetings. But it does weigh heavily on me because I do like to share and I do like to be there and try to be supportive for others, So, despite my list of reasons, 1, not being an alcoholic, 2, having other priorities, 3, being a family man, 4, not really enjoying walking in the rain to attend meetings when my time might be better spent with my family, preparing for the visit of some of my wife's family all the way from United States, things like that. My goodness, I wonder what they're doing over there by the water. Anyway, so yeah, can't always be there, Perhaps maybe I'll be there more when the weather cools down. It's an odd sort of day in town today. I was listening or watching some videos by Malcolm X, or actually not really by Malcolm X, no. By Louis Farrakhan, to be honest. And he made some statements that concern me somewhat. One of them addressed the King James Bible. I know that there are a lot of great people, renowned people, famous people in the world who don't much care for the King James Bible. Hi. But really, in truth, I like the King James Bible. I've done my research on the King James Bible enough to satisfy my own concerns about it. And I don't think a lot of people really know much about King James, except maybe based on hearsay. It's kind of noisy here, so I'll just wait. I'm going to cross over. It's busy here. Thank you. And I'd like to share a little of what I know about King James. King James was a man who was very well educated. In fact, he's quoted as saying that if he had his choice, he would not be king. That he preferred the seclusion of the library, and he preferred to read and gather knowledge. King James loved knowledge. Even in his own time, he was one of the few people who was actually capable of speaking the classical Greek language, which even then was a dead language. And I dare say that the classical Koine Greek today is all but dead. Definitely more dead than the Latin languages that were sort of resurrected, if I dare use the term, in the scientific communities. King James could speak half a dozen different languages fluently. He was a very learned man. And if there was anything that King James hated, it was deceit. Because of his thirst for knowledge, facts meant everything to him. And he wanted to get to the bottom of things, the truth of things. And he was no different concerning Scripture. He did not honor popish persons. He already understood the level of corruption that existed in Rome. And this is why the King James Version of the Holy Bible was written. Under penalty of death, the translators labored over each verse. And remember, they could not fool the king so easily because he too understood the Greek and the Septuagint from which it was translated. He read many of their results. He pored over their work himself. This is not a vile or corrupt man, to say the least. He knew exactly what level of corruption religious society was operating at, and hence rejected the much altered Alexandrian texts and manuscripts from which the Roman Catholic Bible had been translated in favor of the Greek, which even Martin Luther valued over a century beforehand in favor of the Latin. I have very little to say against King James. King James was not a homosexual. This was a rumor that was started after his untimely death by someone who was a tobacconist, and King James was against tobacco usage. And so after his death, this person tried to defame King James and essentially make him out to be an immoral man. And so we have all these rumors floating around that King James was a homosexual and that he was a corrupt man. Hearsay has it, doesn't get it, and there is no solid evidence that King James was ever a homosexual man. But he was a very devout student. I'll continue. I'm at my post office now, so I will continue this later. God bless you.